Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another GR live stream. As Griffin knows, yes, it's me again. As I said, I would be back today, and yes, we're going to be looking at some Alan Wake 2. I'm really excited about this. I haven't actually played the game yet. I have seen behind closed doors screenings of it in the past, but I've never actually played this game myself, and I'm really excited to because it looks like it's another Game of the Year contender, which we've been so blessed for them, this year with so many different titles: Zelda, Baldur's Gate, Mario Wonder. All these interesting games have come out this year. Now it looks like Alan Wake 2 is amongst this very acclaimed slate, and yes. I do like Remedy, Griffin. You're right. I do love a good old Remedy game because it feels like they're quite special in the way that they work, right? They do all these really impressive games, really impressive AAA titles that don't seem to compromise on their key sort of core sort of meaning, which is kind of different to what you see for AAA games these days. But Remedy's very unique in its way. And Alan Wake 2 seems to be the next stage of that. Our very own Magnus wrote a massive review about this game, really interesting review about it. And he essentially described it as, if you gave the production company A24 $250 million or whatever to make a game, this is what you'd get. So I'm really excited to see how that shapes up. They did set the trend with Max Payne, you're right. And maybe this will set the trend. I think Alan Wake 2 has a lot against it, though. I will say, before I go into this, I'm expecting it to be a very good game. But I feel like it has a long way to go to be counted as, the next blueprint for single-player games. But we'll see. Like I said, I haven't actually started this game. I fiddled around with a few settings, set it to performance mode because I like, as much as I'm going to guess that this game's very, very good looking. I like fluidity, as I'm assuming you do too, Griffin. But yes, do we do it on hard? I'm tempted to do it on hard, Let's do it on hard. I usually don't play these sort of narrative-heavy sort of games like this on hard because I feel like it doesn't really add too much to the game itself. That is a good point, Griffin. Yes, the game is incredibly demanding to run on PC, which is precisely why I'm running it on a PlayStation because It feels like, when you look at those PC specs, it feels like they've designed it predominantly for a console. When you think that it can run as well as it can, or supposedly run as well as it can on a console, and then you required like some of the most powerful components on the market to run it on PC, it's like, I think I'll just run it on the PlayStation. But and yeah, it does have some action. But let's crack on.
Back to the beginning.
Here's Alan.
Come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
So detailed.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters.
Spacey, I like it.
And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive.
It's a drowned elk.
This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces. Okay. Before
we go any further, let me just... It's very dark and there's a bit of glare going on here. That's not what I want. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh dear. Are they torches or is it headlight? No, they're torches.
Already gone.
They didn't see me. I don't really know who I am right now. That's the interesting bit. Am I going up or am I going this way? Maybe I'm going through the woods. Yeah, this looks right. It's very dark at the moment. Which is most likely because I got a ring light on my face right now, which isn't helping. I should turn up the brightness a bit, but then I don't want to ruin the effect, you know? The ambiance of the, of Bright Falls. Oh, hello! Dad bod unite. Oh, I can sprint now. Yeah, it's definitely got like a weird sort of undertone to it already. The environment is absolutely stunning, isn't it? Wow. Oh no! They found me! What, on his back? Was I not supposed to walk into them? No, I was, okay. I will say cult horror always sort of freaks me out a little bit, because it's like cult horror, it kind of reminds me... Yeah, you can, yeah. This is a mature stream today. But no, cult horror kind of reminds me of like serial killer horror, right? Where it's like, there's a chance it could happen. You know, like supernatural horrors and slashes and stuff like that. You know, like Mike Myers is cool and all that, but he's also really, really fake. But like weird cults, cannibalistic cults and stuff like that, are like, you know, there's a chance. There's a chance.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought.
That being said, Alien is like so good.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you.
Alien movies are excellent.
This is what happens
You want a
when you
Prometheus
work with
follow-up?
Mom.
I'm not sure about that.
Casey, tell him to stop brooding so much.
I'm not sure about that.
Ben?
Nah.
Bye, kiddo.
I like it when there's no like core overarching narrative to the Alien films. Like it's just scary. It's just like, you know, this is a xenomorph hunting people, and it's simple as that.
Snarky kid.
When they try and make like a universe out of it, I don't care for it. I think you can tie the lore together without there necessarily needing to be like
another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels
like
the killer's
a
leaving us
meaning
message.
at the core. Yeah, Sam Lake
Glad you're on this case with me, Anderson.
being voiced by the guy that
You
voiced
should
Max
take
Payne or
me.
something, I think.
Think of me as the backup.
Okay.
I think.
Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Yeah, if I'm right in saying they've used Sam Lake's face as the character, but it's actually the voice of Max Payne. I think.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear.
All right, we're
Check
off.
out that map.
Return 1. Invitation. Oh, hold on. Alright, we got a map now. Alright, so we're here. Cauldron Lake again. There's the rental cabins. There's Bony Leg Path. Parking lot. Where are we going?
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
Sounds like he's over here, doesn't it? God, this game is pretty.
Hey, over here.
Hey, man.
Hey there. Agent Casey, right?
Hey there.
Sheriff Breaker said you'd
He
be
sounds
coming
like
by to
Yogi
take
Bear.
over the case.
You're half right. Anderson.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime
Yeah,
scene.
pipe down, Thornton.
He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Any
Were
witnesses?
there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. They're pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Do we...
What
Let's
can
just
you
look
tell
at the
us about the
briefing thing.
crime
It's
scene?
like a smaller size font, so I'm assuming it's like an alternative
I was getting to that, Thornton.
dialogue line.
Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Okay.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
God, this game is
Sure,
absolutely
that's real
stunning, isn't it?
simple. Just
Look
through
at
the
that.
hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Yeah, Thornton. Pipe down, mate. Right, I'm off. Meet Deputy Thornton.
Before we get to
at
the
jail
crime
store.
scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
How do I do that? So this is the Mind Palace. This is the Mind
The
Palace.
Mind
Cool.
Place.
Saga's
My
wearing a
version
Christmas
of the
jumper.
Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. building the mine place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Okay, so the case board is a mental technique. That allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. So that's zooming. Okay. Alright, I can now freely do it. Okay, right. And so that's a series of murders occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connections will help our search for the killer. So we've got all victims are reported missing in 2010, no other commonalities, which was when Alan Wake 1 was launched, right? 2010? The murder method. Slight difference in murders, bloating only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death, chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Well, judging by from what we just saw at the start, they bloated before. Killer profile. Right, we've got to talk to someone to figure that out. So Ted Lane, missing in 2010, discovered in 2012, buried in a shallow grave. It says dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising in the wrists. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound, found in Cauldron Lake in 2018. Some organs missing, predation. State of the body does not match 8 years spent in the lake. This guy was found 2 weeks ago. This is the old dude we just played as, I guess. Chest wound was ruled as a cause of death. Tattooing the body is illegible. His name is Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Bruising on wrists and legs. 2 of the victims are bruised in some form of restraint, strapped or belt down. Deep gash in the chest, heart missing. Most recent victim died of major chest trauma, consistent with 2018 victim, hard to confirm due to body condition. All bodies experienced bloating, indicative of drowning, but only 1 victim was found in the water. Post-mortem tattooing, covered in legible tattoos. Message from the killer or maybe the art. Apart from going missing in 2010, the victims have nothing apparent in common. Okay. The killer may be a sportsman or hunter. Alright.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
So
Close to
go in
cracking.
there.
We're
Yeah,
just
I know. I
getting
need to.
started.
I can't remember the name of those
Let's head
hats.
down the hill to the
What they're
crime
specifically
scene.
called on the
Hey, Casey.
fingers on the side, but
You putting me in
need
charge.
to get one.
Why not?
I've got a flat cap somewhere around, but that's not quite the same. It's more Peaky Blinders vibes. That.
Than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us
Whoa!
baffled.
Sam Lake just pushed
I
me
don't
off the
wanna
path.
slow you down.
Are you thinking
Got his
of the
elbows
time?
out.
You
Chill
know
out,
what
Sam.
happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
This really is a pretty game, huh? Come on, Sam. Let's get a shift on now, mate.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Gotta get it out, mate. What, Mirror Peak, cool. Peaky Blinders is excellent. Bit of trivia for you about me. I know, by extension, the writer, the creator of that show. His sister used to be my next door neighbour. What you know?
Not
What
a
you
bad
know?
place to get murdered.
Local
Getting
lad.
back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
It's a weird place for a general store, isn't it? It's kind of like not near anything, but cool.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this.
Yeah, it's a bit
case
of a
solved.
stretch for my,
And the body's
claim to
behind the
fame,
store.
but
Come on, I'll show you.
hey, look, we've all got our claims to fame, haven't we?
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
On this board.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Yeah, but when you're rich and famous, she's gonna pull that one out of the bag. Used to see him on the bus before he was a star.
The crime. We found found him on the table.
All right, now I gotta
Didn't
put my
touch nothing,
crime
you know,
solving
procedures and
sort of cap on right now. Make sure not to,
Thanks, Deputy.
No time.
contaminate the crime scene or anything like that.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Okay.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
You unlocked your first key image. Up on the D-pad, live saga to see active clues.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Yeah, Remedy really aren't holding back on the gory details. Okay. Yeah,
Step one.
he definitely got the short end of
examine
the stick.
corpse.
Oh yeah, he ugly. Right. So we got here's the heart.
The killer left the
Yeah,
heart
we're gonna
right next
collect
to the
it.
body.
Yeah, Remedy very kindly at least decided to position the camera angle from this so that we didn't get a full blown look at his crotch. But you know,
Bruising on
good.
the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
yeah, and that's
Inside
the
stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
yeah. I tell you what, they didn't do that very gently, did they? So I have to go back to the case board now, I guess. Consistent with previous murders, I would say the answer to that is yes. Where do you want to put it there? Newly discovered clues. Yeah, poor guy. He really didn't get any, like, everything they could do to shame this man. They did it. Newly discovered clues can be placed onto the open. On top of the open question. Oh, okay, right.
Heart removed from chest.
Also, hey
Jacked
Frankie,
by
I see you in the
wrist.
chat, man. How are you?
Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Okay. So we've got to learn more about the victim and the killer. Let's get out of here. I can understand how they've done the legs, because you can see that they've wrapped it under the table and then, like, you know,
Need to find more
cranked it
clues.
so that it's tight. But yeah, this one here, I don't know how they've managed that. That looks like a right pain in the ass. To tie him down there.
Large amount of blood on the table.
Yeah, I could have told you
The
that. Saga.
victim died here. Multiple people were here.
Multiple people
Multiple
were here.
killers?
There's number 3 here, which implies there's another clue, but maybe you'll tell me about the victim?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale. Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Okay, learn a bit more about him. There's another killer
So
over
you
here.
knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Then we got another. I mean, I could have told you that he's been missing since 2010.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Yeah, well, once we
So
finish
what
speaking
happened
with
to
Sam Lake,
Nightingale
we'll
after the Bureau let him go.
we'll look around again
Rumors.
after we've done the
Depression
table.
led to booze, booze led to...
And yes, I'm going to call him Sam Lake all the
He
time,
got
despite
some
the fact that this
wild
character's
ideas
name is
and
Alex Casey.
chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
All right. Thanks for all that help, Sam.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Yes, they must have been recording it.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting. I think that's everything.
Waiting for him
for
to...
now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure.
All right, let's let's piece together these clues again. So he was talking about the victim, right? So you put him up there. You were talking about the victim as well, so we put him up there.
Robert Nightingale.
Robert Nightingale.
Ex-FBI. Came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Multiple sets of footprints. We'll put that under the killer. We'll put the heavy blood splatter down here as well.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Well, I would say that premeditating stuff, this goes here, because they've got a beer cooler. And obviously they've planned it, so we'll stick all that there.
They planned for the murder to happen here.
I'm
Passing the time
solving
with
this case
equipment
right now. Like,
They
this
were
is easy.
waiting
You're going to
for
beat the
him.
game in about 20 minutes at this
But
rate.
why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to
It was aliens, yeah.
to a revelation.
Are we talking about, like, little tiny green men, or are we talking xenomorphs here? Alright, let's profile him. So, here's the thing. Well, it's clearly a ritual
Chosen
murder.
as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Alright.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Okay. Stick him there. Right, so let's go down to the lake
The
shore
lake
now.
is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
I've got theories already.
Well, I'll just wait here.
This person was lost in
This
the
where your hutch
dark
is,
place,
Anderson? Did something happen?
and
at the
now
lake?
I think Nightingale
They're
came
back.
up from that direction.
and this
From the
this
lake.
cult is after him.
Probably looking for
Or
shelter.
They've been doing it to all
Safety.
the different killers. It's something to do with the cult, isn't it?
They
right?
were
And-
waiting
and-
for him.
And the dark
When
place.
you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure.
Obviously,
It's not
Saga
that
doesn't know that.
complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me.
It's a manuscript
There's
page,
a
I
piece
think.
of paper on the ground.
I didn't know.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes
Just-
no sense.
It's got to be the first of the manuscript pages, right?
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they
I
found.
feel Alan coming along.
The first step down into terrifying depths.
I predicted Alan.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Alright. So, I can profile him further, I think.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Alright, manuscript
The
pages.
victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale.
Tell me about the case,
gone
Alan.
missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
That's cool. Alright, case board, what we got? The victim came from, clearly part of this one here, the footprints. Trail has gone cold, I'm guessing that goes in there as well. That solves another part
I
of
think
it.
he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Alright, so now we have anything else here. I guess we'll put that there. And I guess we'll put the manuscript page there as well.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Okay, so
I see.
we're going...
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose?
Am I supposed to be able to
They're
do this?
twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
Okay.
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late.
I found
I'm already
secrets.
hooked. I need the next chapter. Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as
A weapon upgrade?
He hates those cheesy
Alright, so I don't
credits.
have enough manuscript
But he
page
really
fragments
hates
or whatever
the
to be able to
movies.
do anything here, but... that's how we do it. Can I go around here? Oh, that's a big little drop. What about in here? Anyone hiding in here? It's definitely creepy, I can tell you that. I feel like there should be something in here. The witch's hut.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the
Well, they
force
call it
it took to
Cauldron
carve
Lake.
this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was
Where
in
am I going?
school.
Back to the car?
I helped Logan
I
build a
kind of
great
just walked
ancient
away and
volcano
left him,
for
and
her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside.
Oh,
Pretty
I
woods.
wouldn't have said that.
Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Nope, not that way. Ask a deputy. Where do I find him though? I went off the beaten path and now I'm lost. Now bring the map up. Maybe if I go that way around? Up this way, maybe? Because they've moved the body, which makes me think they're probably closer to the
Can't
actual
fit the
main road now.
clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks
I've
leading
read
to
that.
a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Or for someone else to find. Perhaps. Mayhaps.
I need bolt cutters.
Okay, can't go that way. So the lesson I can take from this is that I shouldn't have gone off the beaten path. Ah! Right. Cars. No one's here. No one was at the crime scene then, right? Oh, here's somebody. Hiding in the bushes.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Okay, but the coroner's not back in town till after Deerfest. That's a week away.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, Sheriff Breaker called. Told me to tell you he's got the Bookers over at the Oh Deer Diner in town. And here's a key to the gate. It's a shortcut down the hill. You know, just in case.
So we've got the shortcut key. Does this... I'll take the car back. I was wondering whether to open the thing, but...
Let's get the car,
I guess I
drive
do
to
need
Bright
bolt cutters
Falls,
to get through them.
and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's
Coffee.
try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Here we are.
American. This side.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
She's a very eager person, isn't she, Saga Anderson?
need
Bright
to swing by the
Falls, it's
lodge
been
to
too
get
long.
anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway.
Deer
I want
Fest
to walk
again.
to the diner, get a feel for the town.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Really is flooded as well, isn't it? New map.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
He's a big flask, I think, isn't he?
Don't know, don't care. How much did you have?
Not to toot
Thermos,
my own horn,
probably
but
the better
I am
term.
pretty darn sure my...
Oh, dear.
I mean, our
You.
will be the beller of all.
Right, here's the diner.
Let me guess. The FBI.
Oh, what gave me away?
It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Is that Iceman? I can never remember the name of the actor, but is that the guy that plays Iceman?
Your deputies said you had a couple
From
of
like
witnesses here.
X-Men 2,
They
whatever
made
it
them
was.
sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Let's go, Saga.
Look through the case files you sent over, Sheriff.
Well, it's quite a packed diner, isn't it, this time?
People besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Calder Lake was passed off.
Yes. Missing person cases spiked around 2010.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So are we
Here,
in
Ed, calm
charge of
down, Ed.
anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What
wonder
were
why
you
this
doing in
guy's
Cauldron Lake last night?
brushing a
Am I
parking lot.
True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
She's very
So
confrontational,
what did
this
you
woman.
see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives.
God, that looks like
some
good
kind
pie.
of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Okay.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Alright. Why did she cut him off, though? Can I... Let's profile him.
The
Cult of the tree.
What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
Okay.
The
Cauldron
Bookers
Lake?
were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. they were telling the truth.
Alright, profiled them. Let's get out of here.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Looks kind of Norse, doesn't it?
Thanks.
Almost like,
This could prove to be helpful.
Is it
Do
the
me a favor.
symbol of...
Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Is it the symbol of the Valkyries? It's the three triangles?
God.
They kind of intersect one another?
Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do.
The book's already coming to life.
What horrible
Or should I say
thing
Alan's
happened to my
writing's
baby
coming to
girl?
life. It's affecting Rose again.
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Alright. Can I go in the back? Need bolt cutters to get in there. Huh. I can get in. Anything in here? Yes, I know I can do that. What about here?
It won't open.
No. Ah, it's worth a look. What are you doing up here?
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Peculiar interaction.
Hey, how's it going?
Alright, I think we're done in the diner.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's do it!
Well, Casey, I
Let's
got
do
a
it,
lead.
Iceman.
Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah,
You call me
really
Ted?
important guests.
Will you call me?
Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Okay.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep.
Let's get in
the
there.
morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Let's go, Iceman.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
I'll
Ha!
be right with you, sir.
Another map!
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
I'm all about adventuring.
Oh dear, I am a tourist.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Don't worry, I'll light the room up, because, yeah. Doesn't seem to be any light down here.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
Alright, Sam. Thank you very much, officer. That's locked. God, we got any lights down here?
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
Well, at first glance, you'd assume the cause of death is that, but I'm going to go and say there's
The
probably
body
something
shows
else.
signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here.
They
Can't
wrote
make it
on the
out.
heart. I got the Alex Casey lunchboxes one.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Alright, let's go back to the Cauldron Lake murders. I guess we'll stick that in the killer profile one.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders.
We've solved a case!
This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Lunchbox found near the Witch's Hut, Cauldron Lake. No, okay, that must go down here then. No. No, then it must be this one. Yes. Alright, now we'll go back to the Cult of the Tree one.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Right, what we dealing with? We got what kind of cult, who's involved, and cult goal. I would say that that's probably up here. Maybe up here as well? Yes. Okay, now that's done. Maybe I wasn't done with the board. Okay, I'm not going to watch that. If you want to watch it, you can, check it out yourself in the game. Alright, now we've got to examine his body again. I think. Am I missing something? Oh, maybe there's No? I know I'm supposed to examine the body. There doesn't seem to be any input though. Am I missing something here maybe?
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
Have I perhaps hit an input bug here? Because I'm clearly supposed to examine the body. I have a feeling that I've hit an input bug here. A sneaky suspicion that I have. I feel like I'm supposed to interact with the body again. Oh, are you kidding me?
Hey, boss.
Ah!
Chair's ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
How are you?
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget.
I'm well aware, Iceman.
I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Sam Lake's leading the charges if he knows where he's going.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay.
All right, let's get this over and done with.
Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death?
Yeah,
What
heart.
other... There's writing on
Click
here.
that.
Can't make it out.
Yes.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Big gaping wound across the
They did lose
chest.
something inside his chest. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Alright, now we'll exit, and then we'll go to the case board again.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Yeah, done all that, so I'm gonna... Right, gotta go
Finding a
through all
case
this
of movie
again.
Lunchbox out here can't.
No. No! No! So many buttons. Put that down there. That finishes that one.
We're dealing with an organized group. The cult of the tree is behind these murders.
Yep, familiar with that.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to...
Right, that one goes up here. That one goes over here. Then I think... Is it this one? This must have been why. It wasn't telling me there was anything new in this one. I just had to know that.
Nope.
That goes there. I think that one... I guess that. Since
Chest
that's
wound
done.
is cause of death. But the
Guess that
corpse is
goes up
bloated.
there.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Right, I think we're done here. Now I can do it. Okay, so that's what it was. There should have been a little like symbol that tells me there's something new in that case, because I thought when she said that we're starting a new case, I thought she meant that we were done with that, but that was on me, I guess. It's a manuscript page, I think.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
Spill the beans, Iceman.
No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Oh!
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page set to get into the light.
That, actually, before we carry on, I think is a very good place to end, believe it or not. This has been Alan Wake 2. It's out now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S consoles, and on PC, and you can check out the rest of the story. I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of this over the weekend to see how the story evolves and continues on further. It's clear to me this is another Game of the Year contender already. I've only played an hour of it, and it's clear to me with the way the story's framed and the all the different intricacies of this title that it's rather impressive. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be sinking a bunch of time to this. But if you want to learn more about the game, you can find video review, written review, all that extra good stuff on your local GameX region. So be sure to head there to find out more. And otherwise, well, this is the last GR Live of the week. So we'll be back now on Monday, I think. Next week. We'll be back on sometime next week for more streams and for more interesting games. So until then, hope you enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.